Welcome back to the channel. Back in the conservatory, we've actually cleared it out now, so it's a bit of a different setup. We've got a bit of a different chair going on as well, bit of a cow print thing. This is just going to be a single pickup for this video, just in its entirety. It deserves its own pickup video. As you can see, big bundle of Gameboy games, Gameboy Advance games. If you follow me on Instagram or Shorts, TikTok Reels, stuff like that, you would have seen that already. Feel free to check me out there, give me a follow. But yeah, I've already spoke about these, but if you haven't seen this already, and again, fancied a little more of a deep dive, thought I'd do this on this video. So yeah, we picked up pretty much a massive Gameboy Advance bundle off Vinted, and it was £30. So the whole bundle, you can see there, 30 quid for everything. Bit of a weird one. As always with Vinted, expect the unexpected. Some of the stuff I've picked up on there just comes up absolutely out of nowhere. I think the seller had a Switch game that I missed. Messaged them asking if they had any more Switch games that they were putting up. Usually that's how it goes. If they put one game up, they probably got about 10, so it's worth asking. Yeah, missed that Switch game. He said, oh no, sorry, no more Switch games, sorry. I was like, oh, fair enough. And then like 10 minutes later, they messaged saying, but I do have some Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, if you'd be interested in that. Of course, that piqued my interest straight away. So yeah, sure, let's have a look, see what you've got. Sent a picture, and as you can see, the Motherlord was waiting in there. That's not even all of them. We've got probably one of the most valuable Pokemon games you can get. Pokemon Emerald was in there. So yeah, as you can imagine, my excitement straight through the roof. Was thinking either they're gonna give me a massive price or gonna end up with a mad bundle like this, and thankfully it was the latter. Pretty much just said, how much are you thinking on everything? Because initially I was just going to get like the Pokemon games, but I did a little bit more research into some of the other stuff that was in there, and we've got, for example, there's some Sonics. There's a Sonic game that's quite rare, Sonic Battle. It's like a £25 game. So yeah, I did my research on a few of them and was like, there's actually quite a few decent sort of valuable games in here, so I'll just take the lot, and the less sort of like cherry picking that you can do, the better as well, because once you start cherry picking stuff, sometimes sellers catch on to that, whereas if you just like, I'm a collector, I'll take out the lot, I'm interested in all that sort of stuff, I'll just buy all of it and then you can send it all as one thing. Sometimes on Vinted you've got to be a bit like that. You kind of have to like give off the persona of like you're doing them a favour, so I'll take all those off your hands all in one box. You don't have to list them one by one. This is all the sort of stuff that I usually say, giving out my jargon for free. But yeah, I'll always say stuff like that. I'll say like, I'll take everything. Saves your boxing one by one, saves your listing one by one. I'll just take the full bundle. So yeah, this is pretty much what happened. And then I said, how much are you thinking for the full bundle? Came back with the price of £30. They even said on the message, I'll ping it up here, they said £30 if that's not too much, or if that's not too expensive or something like that. Obviously, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take 30 straight away. Just sent the offer and bought it. But yeah, don't mess around with offers like that. Obviously, they said, is that too much? I could have got it for like 20, 25, but you're not gonna knock someone down 30 quid that's already offered you a massive bargain. So yeah, but anyway, I'll do more of a deep dive and we'll just get into what I've got here, because some of them have already sold, so that's pretty much why I'm doing the video before I get them sent out, because I do that a lot. I get stuff, it sells like the next day, then I ship it off, and then I haven't got it in hand to speak about on video. I prefer to just have it in hand to show them whatever, rather than just like pinging up photos and whatever. But anyway, we'll just pick out whatever comes out. First one, Pokemon Red, Fire Red even. This one I actually thought was a dupe at first. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, I put it on my story. I put like 4 out of 5 of these Pokemon games are real, and this one's a dupe, repro, whatever you want to call it. But after looking again, completely missed the number indentation on it, and it is on there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, we'll see. In this sort of like bottom left corner, I don't think it'll pick it up, but I'll put a picture in, because it's sort of deeply zoomed in picture for the photo listings. But yeah, there's a little indented 23A, the sort of motherboard, chipboard, whatever you want to call it, says Nintendo on it, Nintendo AGB E230, beep boop, all that. But yeah, it's a legit cart, so I was actually buzzing with that when I realised. I think that sold for like 62 quid, I think it is, 60 quid, or was it 70? I can't remember, between 60 and 70 quid on that sold. So there's the money back times 2. So I've made my money back. I made an extra 35 quid on that already. So that's one game in. Another one that sold, I'm pretty sure, is Pokemon Ruby. I think that sold for 50 quid. So again, we're on to like 110 quid already, 2 games. Mad. Again, verified, it's real. Again, I'll try and pick it up if it picks it up. We'll see. But yeah, done all the legit checks, all the Pokemon games are real. So again, when I bought it, I thought Pokemon games a winner. We're on to a winner straight away. And then they sent it, and then I was looking at the pictures and I was thinking, those cartridges look a little bit dull, little matte looking, like some of the repros and the fakes that are out there. So then I started second guessing myself, and then I did a little unboxing, little private unboxing the other day when these arrived. Didn't get it on camera, but yeah, I had a look and then realised they were all genuine. I was just, yeah, buzzing. So like I said, that one sold. So again, 110 quid on 2 of them, mad. So we're into like 70, 80 quid profit here. Next one, Pokemon Leaf Green. Same again, legit. Probably see it on that, I'm not too sure. But yeah, genuine cart, that goes for like 60, 70 quid again. Same as the Fire Red, hasn't sold yet, but might do by the time this video comes out, we'll see. So again, what's that now, like 170 quid, back off 3 carts. There's also, sorry, the camera died then, so I'll try and be a little bit quicker. I'm also in the conservatory, as I said, and it's boiling. It's like a greenhouse, so I really need to figure out some better way of filming than this. But yeah, Pokemon Sapphire hasn't sold yet. Probably will sell by the time this video goes out. Well over 200 quid into sort of total back from this now. And the cherry on top of the cake, like I said, Pokemon Emerald was included in this as well. Again, another legit cart. Don't know if it'll pick it up, but it's got the indentation on there. This one's a bit different. It's got like an 11 and then I think it's E3 underneath it. It does have the E rating on there, which is like an American copy. Usually the fakes are American copy stickers. But again, with the sort of like translucency, if that's a word, of the cartridge, you can usually determine if it's genuine. As well as, is it on there? Yeah, the top. I don't know if it'll be right or left for you, but here, you can kind of see like 4 little chips, 4 gold chips. That's usually what the genuine cards have as well. And then on the inside there, it'll say Nintendo as well. Don't know if it'll pick it up on the little chip motherboard sort of thing. But yeah, again, when I saw that pop up, I was like, buy instantly, instant buy. Knew that was 100 quid plus. Sells like 100 to 120. I've got it listed for 130, I think, at the minute. If I get 100 quid, I'll be more than happy. Who am I to complain from 30 quid? But again, we'll put a reasonable 100 quid on that. So we're up to like 300 quid from 5 games there, 30 quid paid, 10x your money. Usually a 10x will come from something that you pay like 3 quid on, not something you're paying 30 quid and 10x into 300. It's mad. But yeah, that's not even all of it. So there's other games in here that are non-Pokemon games. There's actually 2 more Pokemon games, so we may as well go through those. Pokemon TCG for the Game Boy, not a particularly rare game, but it's like a 10 to 15 pound game, something like that, so that's decent. That'll sell, no problem. And then one that took me by surprise actually was Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy Advance. I didn't even know this was a game, you know. It's the Ruby and Sapphire version of Pokemon Pinball, so it's kind of like the one on the Game Boy, which I also have. But yeah, it's like the Game Boy Advance version of that. I was surprised again that this actually held value. This goes for like 30, 40 quid. So chuck that on the total there. We're on to like 340, 350 quid. Same with this one again. It's got like a little indentation. I think most Game Boy games do that are genuine. There's an indentation there somewhere of like a number 13, 18, something like that. But yeah, that one's legit as well. And again, 350 quid now from 6 games. The total's just mad on this. Again, hasn't sold yet, but might do by the time this video goes out. Another decent one that was in there, Zelda DX for the Game Boy Color, I think it is. It looks like an original Game Boy one, but with the black, I think it's Game Boy Color, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's like a good sort of 20 to 30 quid there. Again, 370, 380 quid we're up to now from 30 quid. So yeah, that's a decent one. Never played that. Never played any Zelda game. I think I've talked about that in my videos before. Shocking, I call myself a game fan. Never played a Zelda game, sorry. Next one, Mortal Kombat, not really a particularly expensive game. Same with a Game Boy Color game, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. I've made a bundle out of these ones actually because they're not really too valuable. This sort of football game that looks like a bootleg game. We've got Tom and Jerry on the Game Boy Color, and finally Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Again, bundled all 5 of those together, just chucked them up for 20 quid. I think Mario and Mortal Kombat and Simpsons are sort of like £8 to £10 games, so they're worth about 30 quid in general anyway, and I put them up for 20, so they should sell for that. Just sort of like bundle fodder. But even if I make 20 back off that, that's nearly all my money back from the 30 quid bundle. Everything else is free, so madness. Sorry, I'm dying in here, it's getting quite warm now. Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, again, another £15 to £20 game there. We're now like 400 and something pounds from all this. And then we've got Sonic Advanced 2 and Sonic Advance 3. I've bundled those 2 together. Again, I think 20 or 30 quid on those 2. I think number 3 is more valuable, and I think it's number 2 actually. Number 2 is more valuable, and then number 3 is like a £10 game. The other one's like 15, 20. So I just bundled them up together. Might sell a bit quicker. And then finally, like I said before, Sonic Battles in here as well. That's like a good 20 to £25 game. So yeah, we're looking at like 400 to 450, maybe 500, depending on how much I get from all this. But yeah, all that from 30 quid. So a bit of a madness. Buzzing with it. As you've seen in my other videos, I've been doing a lot of trainers recently because finding stuff like this has been near impossible lately. So much competition out there. So many crybabies that'll try and get your order cancelled, tell sellers the real price, all that sort of stuff. So the getting sector was really hard to sort of compete in. But yeah, it just shows that you can still find stuff out there. It's still out there. This was completely by luck. There isn't any sort of how-to guide on to doing this. I just sort of got lucky. The seller messaged me and brought me this deal instead of me going out and chasing it. So again, super lucky with this, grateful for it. Yeah, like I said, I've been doing a lot of trainers. Recently got a Vinted restriction. I've done a reel on that. So yeah, that's fun. So that's thrown a little spanner in the works. So this definitely helps out for the time being because now I've got plenty of listings to go up. Gonna have to reignite the eBay account a little bit more. Vinted was taking up like 90% of probably all my sales and listings, and then eBay was getting like 10%. Like Selling with Sully always says, you gotta learn to pivot in this game. Something goes wrong with one thing, you gotta learn to sort of use a different platform, find a different way to get your money coming in. And to be fair, I've always used eBay, so no worries with that at all. Just gonna have to see what happens with Vinted, whether I move over to a pro account, whether I keep with the personal profile or what. I'm not too sure, I've not decided yet, but if anyone's had any experiences, let me know in the comments below. I'll be interested to know what other people have done in that situation. I've got the 5-day restriction at the minute, so yeah, I can't list or sell anything, but I can still buy, which is good news because I pretty much just use Vinted for buying. But yeah, I've got a lot of trainers that have come in as stock that I did list and have now been taken down, so that's fun. I put some of them on eBay to try. I'll try like the promoted listings and get whatever for them, see if anything sells. But yeah, just gonna have to see what happens with the Vinted account. I probably will just get a pro account and just list everything on there and see how that goes. But yeah, for the time being, I think I'm going to put more of my focus back into gaming, back into picking up games, consoles, stuff like that. Start reutilising CEX again. I don't think I've been in CEX for like 3-4 months now. I used to always take in massive trade fodder bundles. I'm sure you remember if you watched the channel in any capacity for the last like year or something. I've actually got loads of trading bits, so I think I'll give you a little update on that. Yeah, so I'll give you an update on what will be the media room, the Marilyn Monroe room. I've actually updated the fish tank as well. Got a new piece of wood in there, which is very exciting for some people, but if you're into your aquarium hobby, then got a bit of new wood in there. But yeah, the media room's still getting sort of ripped out and put back together. All the games are sort of on the floor at the minute, so that's like my personal collection as well as all the trading fodder. There's a lot of trading fodder there. I'll try and break it all down while we're here. Okay, this is a new pickup. These Adidas Addy Zeros, picked them up for 20 quid. They're like 100 odd quid now. I wanted to try them, been trying to get into running, so yeah, that's fun. But anyway, I'll try and break this down. This is just like a junk wires drawer or box. I'm sure most people have that. I've got a Crystal Xbox there. This is sort of like the Wii to be sorted pile. So I've got like probably about 100 games here, mostly fodder, but there's actually some decent games in there. There's like Mario Odyssey, not Mario Galaxy, should I say, Mario Party 8, Mario Kart, there's about 10 Mario Karts. Some ones in here, there's loads in here, big stack there. I think there's like 3 or 4 consoles in there that just need sorting. But I'm half tempted just to wait till Q4 now, because obviously Q4 Wii consoles fly, Christmas around the corner, stuff like that, people doing family games, parties and stuff like that. So yeah, that could be the shout. Save the Wii's for Q4. Shout out Rummage Around, I know he does a lot of that. I've still got the Switch to sell. I don't even know if I've showed that on this channel. I've showed it on my Instagram stories. Again, follow me on there if you want to keep up to date with me. But yeah, I picked up this Switch bundle. It came with a case and loads of accessories, a couple of games, but yeah, I just haven't got around to selling it yet, so that should be like a good 60-70 quid on that. We come to what's left of my collection, which is in a shark box. We've got PS5 games in there, there's some GameCube in there, some special edition bits, 360, Dead Rising, but yeah, what remains of the collection is sort of scattered at the minute. I'm just trying to decide what to do with it, because obviously, like I've said in previous videos, this is going to be a media wall. These are all going to be shelves, but I'm trying not to like clutter it up with sort of DVD cases and game cases and that, so I think anything that would be in my collection is probably going to go in these bottom parts, which are going to be cabinets hidden away. So I'm kind of thinking, what's the point in keeping loads of stuff that's going to be hidden away and not on show? So just trying to decide what to do with all that. And then we've got an Xbox One that I still need to sell with a bundle of games there. They're all empty cases on this stack. We've got, now this is all pretty much the trade-in fodder. Again, I think on my last video I showed all the 360 games that I sold, so like 150 360 games, but we still have all of these to sell as well, or trade in. So these are all sort of your £5 or £15 sort of trade-in fodder games. We've got all sorts of 360 ones. Xbox One games I picked up at the car boots. Yeah, there's all sorts in there. And we've got a little bundle of Switch games. I think we've still got some more on the way from Vinted as well. And there's a little bundle of PS4 games in there as well. But yeah, all that trade-in stuff just needs sorting out. So I think, like I said, making the switch back from Vinted back over to eBay, I think the play might be to go to CEX, pick up some more expensive bits with the trade-in fodder, chuck that on the eBay store, get some more sales going, revitalise the eBay store, and then go from there. So yeah, I think that's the play. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just pretty much wanted to show this sort of mega bundle off. Obviously all those Pokemon games are going to carry us massively. So yeah, made up with that deal. Absolutely unreal. Again, just shows you'll never know what you find on Vinted. There's so many good deals out there. It's just mostly luck, persistence, being on there a lot, and just knowing how to secure the deal as soon as possible. Don't let the sellers sit on it. Just buy it as soon as they give you the price. Get it shipped out as soon as possible as well. So nice one for watching again. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe. We're on like 610 subscribers now, so thanks for that. It's going up, on the road to 1,000. Hopefully we can get there. Hopefully we can keep making the content interesting and providing different things. Haven't been able to get to a car boot for like 2 or 3 weeks now, weather permitting or having access to the car. So yeah, but yeah, stay tuned, get some more videos out. Like I said, you never know what's around the corner. This came out absolutely nowhere. Still got lots of pickups. I've got a lot of pickups here that I need to share, and loads of sales updates as well. So I'll get another video out probably this week, maybe next week, and then we'll see. Thanks for watching again. See you later. Bye.